What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with my own review of the Real Housewives of Potomac. So, it is not the night of Karen's dinner party because Mia's in her feelings about Karen saying, "Girl, do not go out of your way to celebrate me. I'm good, thank you, Jesus. I've seen another year." Okay. Um, to have that thought process that Mia wanted Karen to thank her for celebrating her birthday, for thinking about her, but Mia, you haven't done anything that remotely showed you that you cared about Karen. Because this was supposed to be Karen's birthday. This was supposed to be about you giving Karen a great time, but it's been about you. Everything has been about you from day one. Everybody's getting dressed, wondering what we're doing. You getting dressed for Jackie in the bathroom. You complained about how Karen said she didn't want me to do nothing for her, but Jackie said, no, 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 no. That only came after when you wanted to brag about paying for everything. See, Mia want everybody to kiss her ass. Girl, please. Kiss you want everybody to kiss your ass about being in a hot ass Airbnb, sucky accommodations, with sucky pipes, and we're supposed to say thank you, Mia, miss you, miss you. Um, when Giselle and Karen were talking, they're like, "What are we doing?" Karen knows why that Mia did not want to host a dinner party, and it's high school petty shit if you think about it, okay? And you know, Karen don't care. It's just the fact that I'm hungry as hell. I don't want this my dinner party. I want this to be somewhere I can eat. Everybody coming downstairs, wonder what we doing. There's a whole table downstairs set up with sangria. Let's go. Jackie had to be the one to tell them, yeah, we're going downstairs. Mia's still getting dressed. Oh, Mia has to make her grand entrance. And this is supposed to be about Karen. Everybody come downstairs. It's awkward because what they thought was happening wasn't happening. Jackie is the secondary hostess. She don't know what the hell to do. She don't know exactly what Mia had in store for celebrating Karen's birthday. So entertainment came and she told them to pick a place and set up, but did not know exactly what to do. And everybody was like, cheers to Karen. For the past 7 years, we celebrated you. Happy 59th birthday, okay? Karen thanks everybody for that. Mia finally grants them with her presence, and she wears a white dress with red roses. It's giving, I want attention. It's giving, this is supposed to be about me. You girls supposed to be thanking me for bringing you on this trip. And I could be late when I want to. I can dress any way I want to. And you guys can't say shit about it. But when she said that she could have sat this dinner out, but she showed up, that's called being a good friend. No, that's not. That's called I still want my check, so I'm gonna make it towards this dinner. It's given I want the spotlight. And it's like, girl, a good friend means like not forgetting the conversation that they had was still gonna be about her. Mia, go to hell. That's a bunch of bullshit. This entire trip has been made about you. Even though the trip wasn't designated for Karen only, her birthday fell on the trip. But it would have been nice if you had just put your pride to the side and given Karen the celebration that she wanted. You know what I'm saying? So they start off dinner by bringing up their most funniest moments about Karen. You know, the infamous wig shift will always be my favorite moments. The whole don't drop the soap, clank clank for Michael. Even Ash had to laugh about that. I'm happy that sometimes when it comes down to things that Michael does, Ashley is now admitting it, and it's funny. Um, when G put his tongue out at Karen, so it was some funny moments with Karen. It was. Then she had some fire breathers throughout the performance. Karen was getting turned on by the fire and everything. I don't want it to get too close because I don't want to burn. But she said, I have to call Ray. I'm like, you really getting turned on by these fire breathers? And you calling Ray? Ray for what? What he gonna do? Anyway, um, Ashley brings up how did Mia and Karen's situation go about? Karen said, you know what, communication doesn't always work, but it is needed at times. It wasn't the great conversation because Karen understood that oh no, it wasn't because Mia thought that Karen would understand about somebody coming at her marriage. But nobody was coming at your marriage, Mia, okay? And the purpose was to check on Wendy. But then, did anybody check on Wendy before the dinner? Candace said she did, and she did talk to Wendy an hour before the party. Candace wanted to know if she could come just for the night. She said no, it's best for us to be our separate ways. Wendy not even phased by this, okay? She said, don't invite me because you can't use your words. You have to resort to violence. You can leave your size 14 shoe over there, but she's still in Miami, hasn't left Miami. This would not have been a good trip for me. A situation that could have easily been resolved, and you're now literally having a separate scheduling to film with the ladies because another girl's feeling away because she doesn't want to have an adult conversation. It's ridiculous. Karen did have a nice lunch with the ladies. She said it was nice to see Candace and Ashley come together, and they both agreed to table their problems. They do have some things to talk about, which led to Ashley bringing up all of Chris's tweets. Recent tweets about how he's threatening her, but he wasn't threatening her. Okay, now Giselle had to chime in because he called me a liar, and I thought he was threatening me, but now he's threatening you. When it was asked, Candace said, I don't know what you're doing. Candace, you know what your husband been tweeting about, but your husband has a right to tweet about what he's been feeling ever since he was accused of being flirty and also putting Giselle in an uncomfortable situation that never was. And she's like, listen, he was swinging by both of y'all because y'all tend to make things up between your friend Ashley and Giselle. Okay, so both of them are coming at her, which is ridiculous. Giselle wanted to know what makes me a liar. Your mouth. Ashley wanted to know what is being made of. Now, I can understand it's allowed for a person to defend themselves at all times and their partners. Because she said you got forehead coming at my husband with her ugly friend, and then you have dusty vagina thinking that my husband wants to get anywhere near that. I don't have time for this. So very calmly, she said, I'm not about to address this. You guys have nothing going on with your lives. And Ashley like, so we're gonna just cut it off right there. We're not gonna talk. No, she doesn't. At the end of the day, it's a revolving door. You guys have a lot to say about my husband, and I'm not about to address this shit. Okay? Um, Sharice, don't know why she's talking. Thinking that every time we get together, or actually, know what Sharice's new name will be Snuffleupagus. Now I know the character, the Muppet's name is Miss Snuffleupagus. She's thinking she's gonna say so in this room when she hasn't been here in a minute, saying that why every time we get together, we have to have heated discussions. It's never a good time. Sharice, where have you been? It's a reality show. We're gonna have conversations. There are gonna be confrontations. There's gonna be misunderstandings. This is what we do. You don't remember when you were on the show? You were part of the confrontation when you wanted to call out Wendy about Karen. Miss me, and you want to get into an argument with Karen. That's going to happen later in the season. So, pretty much, Candace is like, listen. I can't win for losing. If I don't want to talk about it, I'm being defensive. If I'm loud and aggressive, I'm angry. I can't win because everybody was chiming in. Me had to chime in, shut up. And what's her name? What was that? Jackie. Jackie got to chime in and say, girl, in the day, who's coming to defend you? And I was so glad that Candace said, I will not be bombarded by me as representative. She said, don't speak to me. Don't speak to me. Did you have no leg in this fight? You just got here. Just sit over there, be quiet until Mia tells you to do something. And I was so glad that Candace calmly silenced them, checked them. I'm not talking about this. We're moving on from it. Leave it alone. Because I said in my other review when it comes to Giselle, keeping this as a storyline about Chris. If Candace doesn't give light to what Giselle is saying, Giselle won't have a storyline. So I'm happy that she's not feeding into it because she realizes I can't win for losing. She go back and forth with Jackie, like, who are you? What is your name? I don't know you. And this whole group is a bunch of foolishness and fakery. And they can lick every crevice of her ass. And then I think it said 2 or 4 hours later, Candace is live next to blogs. It's the next morning. Me and Jackie are pretty much having a girls' bathroom moment where they tend to talk shit about everybody. Talking shit about Candace and Wendy. How, wait a minute, if Wendy is her friend, then why isn't she there with her? Why is she still here? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's kind of a point. You know what I'm saying? If Wendy is such your friend, Candace, I would have took a stance and said, I ain't sleeping here. But I don't know why Candace still felt the need to still want to be around the girls if she doesn't like them. She don't want to fool with them. They fake. So why would you still want to be there? Then she sent a text message to the girls that it's her last day in Miami. Let's have some fun. Wendy was in her hotel talking to Eddie. Eddie's making bad, well, not bad decisions, but pretty much being, that that parent that allows their kids to eat whatever they want when the mom is away. But she wasn't about to allow for one person's bad decision to take her away from a weekend that she worked so hard to have. She wants to stay and have a good time. Everybody's hanging around the house. Cherie stops by Candace's room. Candace is drained about everything. Okay, the accusations of Ashley's ugly friend and Giselle. And then want to say, Michael have disrespected you in those ways. But you want to use your projection on other people, and that she believes that her divorce is a sham. It's not real. She said she hasn't heard anything else about the divorce, and how can you buy property with someone who you're divorcing with? Um, and then she also asked Sharice, do you believe it's real? I mean, yeah, it's unconventional when you are in a divorce, you're buying properties. We now know that Michael is full of shit. He only does that because Ashley wants to still keep up an image. But I haven't heard anything about the separation, nor have I heard anything about the divorce still being going on. I don't know. Maybe more will happen. I'm hoping at least the separation is real. But Cherie said that she didn't believe before, but she does now. No, Cherise, you had the same frown upon face when it was announced the first time. Cherise, be for real. You didn't believe it in the beginning. Um, but I do realize, but I am realizing the fact that not every divorce is the same. People deal with their divorce differently versus than how people who are viewing the show would want her divorce to be about. Well, of course, the majority of the conversation was ensuring that we're gonna have a good time, we're gonna have fun. So what's going on with Wendy? Cherie said she's alone in her hotel room, and Cherie said, "Well, I wouldn't have stayed. I would have just went home." No, you wouldn't have, Cherie, because you made such a big deal about having your own bathroom and you didn't go nowhere. You stayed because you wanted to be on TV. So you can't say that you should have went home when you wouldn't have. Everybody come downstairs. There will be two different events, which I don't believe was planned or thought out well. Mia will be taking her, Jackie, Karen, and Giselle out, while Robin, Cherise, Ashley, and Candace go out. And Robin said that her event making skills are terrible, which they are, and she is the first to complain that Candace is being an asshole and doesn't want to be around her. And I'm just like, Robin, shut the fuck up. You don't like the fact that you don't like the fact that Candace is being an asshole when you're the one that's been an asshole. And it's an awkward car ride. Candace wants to talk about inviting Wendy. She even had to, ask Robin, are you okay with that? Because she's sitting at home at her hotel by herself, and I want her to enjoy herself while we're here. I don't know why Candace felt the need to check in with Robin to see if she's okay with it. I wouldn't give a fuck. Just like how they didn't give a fuck that Wendy was in her hotel room all alone. Nobody gave a fuck about if she was okay. So I don't know why Candace is giving her any grace or to check in. That sometimes lets you know that Candace still holds the hope that this group can get back together. But if you've seen how they are, Candace, why do you still want to figure out if they could be good? Why? And Robin stopped. Robin is a hypocrite because she's giving Mia the victim card of throwing a drink on Wendy. In the car, Karen talks about, it's her birthday and it's annoying Giselle. I don't care. Every single day is her birthday. And Karen decides to apologize to Mia. Jackie don't see them as moving forward because she wants to claim the title of being Mia's representative and saying that Mia needs apologies. Mia's flunky, baby, you can go sit down. Sit over in the corner until you told what to do. Like Mia said. Mia is an old shit. And Karen said that it was selfish of her to request wanting Wendy there because it was her birthday. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Mia don't deserve an apology, Karen, for what? You felt the need to apologize to her because she thought that it was your birthday, that you want everybody else there, and she couldn't put her petty ways aside letting that happen because she was in her feelings. Karen, no. She is not owed an apology. I cannot believe you said that it was selfish of you on your birthday when it's about you to request everybody that you want there. Oh my God. This again is me escaping accountability. She wants to act like a child. She should get her way. When she's supposed to be celebrating her friend, that's bullshit. Now that she got the apology, it's okay. We're done. That's it. Over and done with. Okay. I can forgive, but I won't forget. I'm just like, for real. I cannot believe Karen apologized to her when Mia wanted Karen to pick a side. But she was the one who started with Wendy. So Candace FaceTime Wendy in the other car, tells her to go on a boat ride, and I can see the disdain in Robin's face, and I don't care. Her reasoning for not liking Wendy is bullshit because, Robin, if you were so uncomfortable around Wendy, you wouldn't have stomached being around her throughout filming. The only reason why you are stomaching Wendy is because you need a check. And it's more of a check, or the amount is more when you guys are all in the scene. Mia takes the girls to drive Lamborghinis, which is nice. The other girls get on a boat. Now they thought they were getting on a little yacht, but it was a paddle boat. I said, Mia, remember how you called Candace last season's video shoot low budget? This is giving low budget. These girls were thinking they was going to have a nice time, relax, chill, while the boat take them away. But you want to give them a paddle boat where they have to exercise to move the boat? No, ma'am. They were not dressed for this. They were all in like cute little beach wear, wearing heels and sandals and stuff. Nobody planned on sitting on an exercise boat. Wendy came in looking great. Ashley wanted to know how Wendy was doing. She was doing good. It showed a clip of their night before. They jumped in with their clothes on. It was a fun night. So while the other girls are driving their Lamborghinis, Karen can't put the car in drive. She can't do it. She is really finding a hard time finding the drive button or putting the car in drive. Ashley is asking Robin what's going on with her wedding. Are we planning destination weddings? What are we doing? She said they're planning something very, 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 very small, but don't want to talk about it with people who don't like her. Excuses. Why are you making it seem as if it's an inconvenience of you to talk about your wedding that's never going to happen? Because it will prove Wendy's point last season when she read your ass for Phil. I mean, Robin and Wendy never really cleared their issues, but Wendy only said, Robin, the reason why you get red is because you keep on following behind Giselle. If you stop following behind Giselle, you wouldn't get red every 5 minutes. And it's been like that this season. So Candace don't like the way that they're being super cold to Wendy for whatever reason. And Robin, why are you here? Why are you shutting down a conversation about your wedding? You did get married on the show. I mean, you did get engaged on the show. Everybody want to know what's going on between you and Juan. Nothing. And I never thought about it. It's so crystal clear to me that how come Robin and Giselle could silence and shut down conversations about their lives, but have the ability to keep everybody talking about theirs. Can't let nobody shut down a conversation when it comes to their life because they think that, oh, she didn't want to say nothing, but it's all over the news. Everybody knows about it. Okay, then Robin, spill your shit. You can't be on a reality show and not give anything. For real? And Candace calls, everyone doing Negro's work, which is Giselle. The ladies arrive back to the house. They're having small talk and they're getting ready for dinner. While getting ready for dinner, Robin tells Giselle while she was taking her afternoon dump that she was showing on Instagram and stumbled upon Candace's live and only wanted to point out a clip of Candace saying, "None of these girls are real. They're all fake. They're all out for themselves." But that is nothing new. We've seen them time and time again. None of them are real friends. None of them show loyalty to anybody. Only to Giselle and Robin, they show loyalty to. And everybody's pretty much, throwaways to them. So hearing the live, she called them fake and how they're panhandling their business. They're busy. Oh yeah, Robin's talking about, she's not just talking about us, she's talking about everybody. Ashley, Wendy, Mia, Karen. Now the reason why she's mad is because she said, I went out of my way to support her get on to Chris. I said, okay, yeah, you might have been there for a little bit though, Robin, but that's because you did not want the backlash of you co-signing and agreeing with Giselle that Chris put her in an uncomfortable situation being a married man and she's not. But you were just saying how she's being too dramatic over Twitter, and Chris is now entering the field and he's doing too much too. So, Robin, you can miss me. And right now, Robin's really making it seem as if it's a problem that Candace is wrong for expressing how she felt after you guys are treating each other. So I don't understand. I do believe that wasn't this live about Wendy and also what happened the night before. And I think that it's normal for her to express her feelings on her platform. But you guys, I never understood why Robin and Giselle be so fixated on someone else's social media, but be upset when someone mentions what they got going on social media. Make that make sense? And now how this needs to be a conversation for the whole group. Then, or this needs to be talked about with the group. Then talk about it with the group. You're only talking to Giselle. No, I don't like. This is just another opportunity for Robin to find another storyline because Candace isn't on board with icing out Wendy, and I just feel like it's so funny how you guys are entitled to express how somebody else can feel when you guys were feeling the same exact way about Mia's cancer scare post. Y'all couldn't let her vent to what she was going through. Y'all want to dissect it and try to understand, well, what it mean. Now you're doing the same thing with Candace. Y'all have nothing else going on in your lives. You and Giselle have nothing going on. So when you guys feel the attention isn't on you, you guys want to draw out other people's shit. It's stupid. Why are you so fixated on someone else's shit? It's bullshit. And then about if Candace feels for why is she here? Why is she here? You guys are on a reality show where 9 times out of 10 you do not want to be near somebody you're filming with, but for the sake of the show, you stomach to get a check. That's why. So if you don't want to be around somebody, then say I don't around somebody and you won't get paid and be okay with it, but that's not gonna happen. You guys are always not around people that you don't like, but you have to be there so you can get paid. Candace talks to Karen about having fun with Wendy and how it was nice that Wendy came. It was peaceful, it was cool, and she figured, is it too soon for her to come to the last dinner? And I don't think it's right for us to end the trip to Miami without her being here. So she asked Mia, how do you feel about it? Mia don't like it. She was asked about it 7 times. It's the 8th time she said no. Ashley feels like it's gone too far. Okay, we have passed this issue. We should be done with it. Mia's doing too much. She's on a power trip, girl. For real, it don't make any sense why we should exclude somebody out of a group over one event, over something that you started. So the other car, Ashley is so they arrived, they traveled to dinner. Ashley said that she went downstairs naked to get a snack and everybody was asleep. Mia tells the girls that Jacqueline told her that Ashley's kinda cute. And you're kind of her type and she's very particular and I would take that as a compliment. Ashley takes that compliment, but she has never known for a friend of a friend to like her, and it's kind of interesting. In the other car, Jacqueline's talking about how when she's dating other people or when she likes somebody, that's her main focus. She was never worried about or thinking about dating multiple people at the same time because she is more of a when I like somebody, and that's my main focus. It didn't bother Mia that no, it wouldn't bother Mia if something was to happen between her and Jacqueline. But Mia decided to tell us the full story as to why Jackie slept with her boyfriend because Mia wanted her to. Ashley said was this Gordon. No, it was before Gordon. She had this ex who was really good in bed. And the way that Mia was saying how good he was, I'm like, do you think about him when you sleeping with Gordon? I'm gonna let it go. And she wasn't strong enough to leave. The sex was so good. Even though he was cheating on her, she was telling Jackie, girl, I can't leave. This dick is too good. Girl, just try it. Girl, try it. She told Jackie to try it. And she said to this day, Jackie never found out better. Hearing that every time Mia is talking to the other girls, she's always mentioning something about her friend Jacqueline. It's like she's looking for a way to embarrass her and bring out her most private thoughts and feelings without Jackie knowing about it. Even though Jackie was in the next car talking about how she dates and talking about who she likes and everything. But for you and Jackie to share a dick, interesting. Leave it to Giselle to point out that a friendship is weird. I don't even know if it's a friendship. Could it be a relationship that never was? I don't know how I could be friends with somebody who I told to sleep with my ex-boyfriend to see what I'm talking about. And oh, I forgot. When it came down to the funny moment with Karen about the tongue, Jackie said, "Yeah, I've heard that's a mighty big tongue." It's giving more of the inclination that Mia and Jackie's relationship is more than just friends. They were friends who slept together once upon a time. They are friends who drink, and when they drink, they tend to get all touchy feely. Or were they friends who thought about being in a relationship but never did? Because you guys are way too close with everything. And for Jackie to still want to be friends with this girl after she's embarrassed her more than once, and for me to still talk about her in this manner, I want to bring up that I told my best friend to sleep with my dude because the dick was so good. It must have been a threesome once upon a time, and or you watch because there's some shit going on with y'all, and y'all keep on exposing yourselves every time. So everybody arrives at the dinner, but Ashley is behind because Ash decided to call Wendy and tell her we're at dinner, please come dressed. And she doesn't understand why she can't be part of the group. If this trip was particularly about Karen's birthday, why shouldn't we respect that and want Karen's friends around her? Which I agree. So Ashley came back and she tells the table that she did talk to Wendy and that she's coming for a drink. I think that Ashley and Candace had a conversation in the car to invite her because Candace asked before they went to dinner to see if it was room. Mia said no, so she figured I was shut down. Maybe Ash might have better luck. But Ashley didn't ask. She just did it. Because she was saying why she can't be part of the group. Mia is in her feelings, of course. Charisse has the nerve to pipe up. Snuffleupagus, sit back. How it's unfair that she made decisions and didn't involve everybody in the group. Was everybody involved in the group to ostracize Wendy? Or was it just Mia and the Mia empathizers follow behind her? Because that's exactly what you did, Charisse. While Candace, Karen, and Ashley said that it isn't fair. So make it make sense, Charisse. It wasn't a unanimous decision to ice her out without having a conversation to invite her back to talk about it. That's the thing. Everybody just went about their merry way without realizing we had a fight the other night. We should talk about it. But no, we want to still be about Miami, have a good time. Mia feels away. And of course, having to sneak around, or not even sneak around, do what they wanted to do. Check in on Wendy. And Mia having an issue about it. So Ashley said, I don't think it's fair that Wendy left her family to come here to be with the group and leave after one event to be ostracized. That's some bullshit. And then you have the Mia empathizers, Robin and Giselle, saying how this Rob is Mia's trip, is Mia's trip. Robin, shut the fuck up, okay? You're only saying that now because you don't like Wendy. Just still keep it a buck, Robin. You don't like Wendy, so you want to say, I don't like Wendy. Just say that. Don't say because it's Mia's trip. Get the fuck out of here. Mia felt disrespected, and she calls Ashley a disrespectful little brat. I said, I'm a what now? I'm a what? I'm a brat. So she mimics her and said, I'm a what? I'm a brat. And what are you? A bully? Yeah, since you want to call names, because it's bullshit. Calling her disrespectful little brat. It's fucking bullshit, Mia. And you're a paid little cunt. Forgive my language. Like, you are such the grand high witch, the crow from the Wiz can go to hell. Like, I don't understand. How can something that happened that you started, and this is the repercussion for it, it's fucking stupid. You get in your pettiness trying to tell Candace and Ashley find somewhere to sleep because they want to check on a grown-ass woman that you threw a drink at. Okay. Candace is watching the whole thing, and she tells Jackie, you're not going to defend your friend because you tend to want to jump in. Jackie said, mind your business. She said, this is my business. Candace calls her out by saying, you'd like to jump in? Go ahead and jump in. She said, I could. I do what I want. Okay. I was like, oh, you scared? I'm scared. She said, you sit your ass right there. Candace clears her and said, I'm sitting, bitch. Yes, Candace, because Jackie, you always got something to say when it comes to Mia. Why you not speaking? Why you not piping up? Because it's Ashley? Because y'all keep on shutting down Candace every time. Why won't you shut down Ashley? But even though Mia did kind of get at Ashley and Ashley caught her ass back. What's up? So Robin thinks that she has a right to say, Ashley, put yourself in her shoes. How would you feel if you were in that situation to that degree? And what happened between y'all? And, you know, someone wanted to bring that person around you. How would you feel? Candace makes it about her by saying, yes, I've been there before. And look where it turned out. I'm like, Candace, I get it though, but you didn't have to add that in, but I get it. Because they didn't want to be around Monique. Well, Giselle and Robin didn't. Candace didn't. Wendy didn't. So yeah. Yeah, it's the same thing in a way, yeah. And Ashley, oh no, I'm sorry. Where was I in? Yeah, so when Wendy walks in, instantly Giselle starts pulling Mia's chair away because she will not want to react. The fact that Giselle had to move a grown ass woman chairs away shows the fact that you guys know how she can go, but you don't want to react in a way where she can get a little bit aggressive, a little violent. Um, Ashley wanted to know, you think you guys can have a conversation and talk about what happened? You guys can stand on how you guys felt in that moment? Because there wasn't a conversation being had. While Wendy, being the bigger person, decided to take accountability for the part that she played in because she said to Mia how the words that she used could have hurt her and that it escalated the situation even more. I wish she wouldn't have said that because what was said after the drink was thrown was justified. We keep on forgetting that Mia threw the drink. It did not matter what Wendy said because Wendy did not come at your husband, Mia. All she said was, you and your husband can play at that, but me and mine don't. Which wasn't a disrespect to your husband. So Mia was like, is she talking to me? Me? So Mia doesn't think it's an apology because it wasn't directed towards her, but she wasn't even listening to the apology anyway. I'm like, girl, fuck you. I don't care. You don't deserve one anyway. It was clear because Ashley, Candace, and Karen were giving kudos to Wendy for giving a genuine apology, but she shouldn't have gave her one. She didn't deserve one. Mia deserved to give Wendy an apology. That's what happened, but Mia don't want to. Mia really believes that she is the queen. Mia, and you have a say so to how you want this trip to go. Okay. Um, but Robin can't stand the fact that everybody was in a cool setting, so she decides to say, everybody. I have something that's very insightful for people to hear. Yes, no, just wait. She brings out her Bluetooth speaker. Karen said Robin has gone tech. First it's a phone, now it's a speaker. And she plays a clip of Candace's lie, which ended with, none of these girls are loyal. These girls are fake. Fuck these hoes. Okay? Robin, you think that you're doing something by exposing someone's live when it's her live? And Candace has the right to say what's on her live, which would make it an issue as a storyline. It's tacky. And to quote your best friend, how it's whack. It's whack. It's so whack of you to think that this is something that you can do, which is stupid. And like Candace said, I can't speak about what's on my live because I meant it. But Robin thought she had an aha moment to expose Candace. No, it's her platform. I mean, we just saw last week that Ashley went on live to defend the fact that she's not a colorist. Nobody's talking about that clip. Why are we talking about this clip? Candace has a right to do what she wants to do on her platform, on her social media. Again, I don't know what it is about Robin and other people's Instagram, other people's social media. But if you are, like, I don't understand how much of energy a person could give about somebody else's social media when you don't give the same shit. And a part of that lie that Robin wants to expose, that we're all fake, we're all not loyal, why are you here? She was complimenting you, Robin, though, while she did vent about not liking Giselle, not trusting Ashley. You were not a part of that because you have a skincare line coming up and she wants to support you on that. And she supports your bargain basement hats. So Ashley said, okay, why won't you say it to everybody else's face? Trust me, Ashley, she does. Every chance she gets. Candace talks about she don't like you. She can't stand you. She can't stand Giselle. She said it, okay? And at the end of the day, Candace have never been silent about how she's felt about y'all. Never been. She knows that Giselle is fucking loyal. And she knows that you're loyal. You're not loyal. You're not trustworthy. I don't like you. Um, but Karen was not included in that live, and I do feel like if you are not showcasing that you are a fake, untrustworthy person, you shouldn't feel away about what someone says, and not show the energy of it. Okay. You know how Giselle likes to plot and scheme? She does. Giselle likes to twist the truth? She does. And now Candace said this was an ambush. I wouldn't call it an ambush. I would call it Robin struggling to have a storyline. Robin thinking that she did something, but she didn't do shit. And considering how the tables have turned, since everyone wants to come at Candace for what she said about her life, that she meant, Devil Horned Ashley came out the woodwork and says, okay, well, I didn't want to say this, but since Candace did her feelings, that she was talking about how you were dating other men, you were sitting around town with other men. The way that Karen turned around, she was so hurt. She blocked her hand after Ashley said it. She wanted to hold back tears, hold back, and say, did you say that about my husband? She said, wait, what you say? Ashley said you were in the streets hanging around with other men, and did a flashback of Candace saying how she was sticking out of town, going to restaurant with other men that wasn't right. Now, of course, this was due to why Sharice and Karen fell out, because Sharice said that she got information about Karen and Mr. Blue Eyes. That's where the conversation started, that Ashley opened the door for her because she said she received information about Karen, and Candace fell right into that conversation. And I'm like, Ashley, you are a messy bitch. The devil horns are coming out. But Candace, you did partake in that conversation though. You did. So Candace said, listen to me. No, Karen said, listen to me. Unless you have names, pictures, numbers, don't bring up nothing about my husband. If you don't have no proof, shut the fuck up. Ooh, when Karen said that, I said, oh, she mad. And the way that Robin said, oh, Karen mad. Yes, Karen's mad, but you want this to happen, Robin, because we can never end a night on a good note without some shit flying off the handle. And it's a going back and forth and say, Candace, I did not say that. And this is what I mean when I say bitches aren't loyal. But you said it, Candace. You did. I know that you felt that you and Ash are moving forward, but yet Ashley does something every time and throws you right out there. But I would stop trying with Ashley. You know, as much as you have heard me say I like Ashley, Ashley cannot be trusted. Hence why Ashley is good at what she does. You should not have let your guard down with Ashley. You should not have. Because you and Candace, you and Ashley did engage in shady conversation about Karen. But this would have happened on the show anyway. Okay? So Karen gets up and said, this is bullshit. I've done a lot for this group. And Candace said, she's lying. She's lying. Because at the end of the day, I would never say that. Why would I say it to her black ass? But you did. But you did, Candace. You did. I don't know what Giselle said, but I want her to shut up. Candace tells Ash, you need to clear up. But she said, you need to clear it up. If you were joking, say you were joking. I wasn't joking because I never said it. And of course, she's crying. Karen comes back and say, who said what? I'm not playing phone tag. Who said what? So everybody can see that Candace is lying. You know, she's backpedaling. She starts to cry. And Giselle said, "Are you crying?" "Yes, bitch, I'm crying. I mean, I'm collected, right? I look up and you crying." But then, of course, Candace tells Giselle, "You don't know crying. You don't have no tears." Giselle said, "Okay, sure." Um, it was so funny though, seeing how Robin was wanting this to happen. Now she's sitting back laughing. I'm just like, please pay attention that every time there's some shit going on, Robin and Giselle are sitting back laughing. It's crazy, you know. And you ever want things to end on a good note? And the only person who took accountability was Wendy. I didn't like it. At the end of the dinner, it's pouring rain. Candace calls Chris. He's crying, got the corner tissue ready, and saying how most of these women are not loyal. Of course, as her husband, he gives her support. "I know you've been such a good friend to them. All they do is talk shit behind your back and throw it in your face." But then, it's 10 o'clock. They all go out to the club. Candace says the night was crazy. A night to remember. It's a little fuzzy. Giselle went to bed early because she's an old hag who can't hang. The young PYT decided to go out to the club. And I think it was Ash's idea to go out to the club. They don't have to speak, but let's have a good time. Candace talked about how the night was a night to remember. It gave the girls an opportunity to be friends. They were getting along, really getting along. We see Mia and Candace flash their boobs to the camera. We see Robin and Wendy have a drunk moment. "I love you so much." They all hug. Everybody's dancing on each other. It was a night to remember. She said this was probably the first night that we were homegirls and we could be a sisterhood. Excuse me. See, Candace have this hope, and I do believe that there is hope that these girls can have a form of trust, but it's been too many backfires. It's been too many betrayals, lies, misunderstandings where you don't know where you stand with these women. Nobody knows. So later in the night, things went left. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Now you got the girls in the SUV arguing. Robin and Candace are having a drunk argument. Candace felt the need to express to Robin how it was fucked up for her to play her live. Robin gets defensive. "You're mad at me because I saw when I was taking a dump?" You're such a lady, Robin. Now, the entire time they're arguing, I don't know if the cameras were down, but Ashley caught the whole thing on her phone and I wasn't mad. Thank you, Ashley. In the midst of them arguing, Robin calls Mia and FaceTimes her, but she can hear, Candace in the background. Candace saying, "You're fake. You calculated that shit," which she did. I said, yes, Candace calls her fake. And like the rest of them, you're not your friend, because she did say to Robin in that live, I did not call you, I didn't call you unloyal. I felt like you were the most loyal person ever, but seeing how you move, I now see your true colors. So they're going back and forth. I think Ashley was still recording, but then she wants to chime in. Ashley, be quiet. And now Candace, hates the fact that Robin wanted to use her life to expose her. "You did that shit on purpose." Mia left early, but she's hearing everything. Like, what is going on? What's going on? Karen in the background. Where is Karen? Karen said the Grand Dame ain't never left. Candace is screaming and crying at the same time. Like, "You did that shit to hurt me." "Yes, you did." "No, I didn't." "Yes, you did." "Fuck you." "Okay, fuck me." "Okay, we're done." And it ends up right there. Click. I said, oh my God. Whoa, the drunken, but I can't even get it out because it was such a lot that happened. Why was this episode over an hour long? I could not believe how long this episode was. Because 4 hours later from them going to the club, this happened. Then they showed us the season, the mid-season trailer, and I am like, whoa. Karen is coming for Robin. I'm not mad at it whatsoever. And then we're going to get into Giselle wiggling her way into the demise of Mia and Jacqueline's friendship. I mean, it was showing cracks already, but Giselle's gonna come in with the united dynamite, okay? Ooh, then we're gonna see the screaming battle between her and Charisse. I am here for it. Y'all are bringing it this season. Even though there's some things that are super fucking annoying, but we keep talking about it because it's relevant. It keeps us interested, keeps us tuned in. But Candace in her drunken stupor yelling at Robin. She had every right to. Because Robin, why did you do that? Like, you have nothing going on. You really have nothing going on. Oh my God. Speaking of which, are we going to get into what Juan is dealing with the university? Please, I hope that happens on the show. I really hope it does. But y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.